Let's rest a minute.
Oh. How much is a dead comedian worth?
Wait a minute, I know this one.
600,000 francs.
Francs. What is a man worth in lira? And pounds? And German bear bonds? Tell me that when you're done sprinkling the holy water.
This man here is Charlie Chaplin. We may not be worth more than what I have in these pockets here, but Chaplin's different. This fella's worth about 600,000 francs. That's what Verdot says, anyway.
Verdot says a lot, doesn't he? But Verdot ain't sitting here in the middle of a field, feeling the winds kick off Lake Geneva with a dead fucking comedian in the box. Give me some credit for once. I'm the one with his neck out on the line, the one that looks like a fool every time you screw up.
When have I ever done anything to make us look foolish? Not again. Goddamn thing. Are you bitter we did this thing, Gotch?
No, Rahman. I'm sure to sleep like a baby tonight. I'll wake up every hour, cry and piss myself. We're supposed to leave the coffin in the plot, dig deeper, cover it with dirt. There's a reason why we have plans, Rahman.
Well, you're one to talk. For Christ's sakes, it's a hell of a night for a grave robbing. Let's go back to Coursier Survey and dig in the mud some more.
You know, a couple months ago in America, they tried to rob Elvis Presley's body. They got caught.
Anyway, remember what Verdot said. There's comedy in every great tragedy. I think the old man would have got a good laugh out of all this here. Do you want to see this or not?
Not. I'll be over here weeping. I say weeping, but apparently I really mean laughing.
Suit yourself.
Oh, gosh. You gotta smell this.
Has he gotten gamey? There's that name again. Why the hell do you trust Verdot so much?
This here's a top-notch plan we got going. We should be grateful to know someone like Monsieur Verdot. We could never plan something this good.
We have, though.
No, Gotch, no, forget all that. We're a team, yeah, but we never dreamed up something like this. This body-snatching thing? This is a great plan. We're lucky Verdot only wants his third. You and me were at the disadvantage of not being so clever.
Me, Roman. You've never met him. You've never spoken to him. You heard nothing more than what I tell you.
That's right, Gotch. Verdot speaks to you, and I trust you.
You trust? What, for Christ's sake? How come you don't tell me these things?
Huh? Tell you what?
Nothing, Roman. When you're done looting him, maybe we could start with his family.
This must look bad, huh?
Nah, nonsense, Roman. We're unemployed this morning. We're grave robbers now. We picked up a vocation. Now, how could that look bad to anybody who's ever been hungry? Now let's get the old boy taken care of.
You shut my arm in the coffin.
Oh, I'm done.
It's not the arm I'm thinking of, Gotch. I mean, this isn't a proper burial. I thought maybe we should, well, you know, say a few words.
Are you fucking kidding me? You just went through his pockets, for Christ's sakes. You know what? Whatever it takes to get him in the ground any faster. Lord, I know this man delighted millions, brought smiles to invalids, and blah, blah, blah. I'd like to say he made me laugh, but I was probably too busy starving, or looking for work, or taking shots from the old man. And if you see him, Lord, you tell him that his grave is next, and I don't give a shit if it's he... Huh? All right. Chaplin was a good man. Well, maybe not all the time. Forgive him, Lord, Forgive him for getting kicked out of America, for playing tennis with the Reds. Forgive him, Lord, for pissing off Eugene O'Neill by fucking his pubescent debutante daughter. Forgive him, Lord, for paying through the nose for that bastard child that wasn't even his. You see, Charlie's helping us out of a bad spot right now. He may not need his body, but we sure as hell do. Have pathos on us, Lord. Charlie would want it that way.
Pubescent? Really?
In nomine Patris et Filio Sancto. Oh, now let's get Chuck out of sight before I stick a T-bone up his ass and let the wild dogs carry him in the fucking Alps.
Amen. For posterity?
For the money.
Reverend Claude's vineyard should produce a fine aperitif this year. I'm telling you, Paul, it's the most perplexing thing. Every blessed time the Americans send up that space shuttle, the godforsaken climate takes a turn for the worse.
Why must you continue to make idle conversation while my nerves are on the verge of collapse? This case demands my full attention.
Jesus, Paul, have a drink. I'm just trying to practice civility.
Oh, for Christ's sake. How are we even going to approach this sordid business?
Well, I'm just shooting from the hip here, Paul. I think we could find the body and put it back, Constable.
Let me tell you something, Jean-Felice. If you really wanted to do something useful, why didn't you advise your client to stay interred? I don't want to be at the Chaplin estate any more than you want me to be here. We all hated the old bastard. No offense, counselor. This was a quiet town before he decided to play his final role, country squire.
Now listen to me, Constable. The Chaplin family has resided here for over 20 years, and they have made it explicitly clear that they wish to be left alone. That is their wish, and it is incumbent on me to see that such privacy is followed to the letter.
Listen, Jean-Felice. Someone is wandering around the Swiss countryside with an exhumed comedian in a 300-pound casket. Now, I'm sorry if this sounds like an inconvenience, but this matter certainly sounds like police business to this old buck.
Wait a minute. Here comes Geraldine.
You make that sound like it's a bad thing.
The woman can smell fear.
Not to worry. The booze will drown it all out.
Geraldine, you're looking positively smashing.
You're handling everything with dignity and grace, my dear, all things considered.
I hope to hell the two of you are done sparring like children. I just flew in from the States, from a production, with a director who didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. And gentlemen, after the last couple of days, I know a hole in the ground when I see it. Jean-Felix, Paul, sit! Let's get down to business before the London Times calls again and asks me where the hell my father is. I repeatedly tell them they could find him in the afterlife. Where the fuck do they think he is? Con?
When they first contacted you, Jean-Felice, what exactly did the person say?
They wanted 600,000 francs placed in a predetermined bank account. They said they would call back today at about this time, but they wanted to talk with someone more familiar.
Let's get focused, people. We're obviously dealing with professionals here. My guess is a group of no more than 4 or 5 people. Certainly a group no smaller than 4 would be stupid enough to be moving that casket around themselves. Now, they obviously have a meticulous plan which they intend to follow to the T. Chances are they will probably always be one step ahead of us. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a hardcore militant group with a hidden agenda.
Whatever do you mean, Paul?
Chaplin was often mistaken for being Jewish and was buried in a Protestant cemetery. Somebody, possibly neo-Nazis, are using this opportunity to make a point. Now, perhaps, in a best-case scenario, we have frenzied fans making off with their hero. Regardless, these men are dangerous, and we should do absolutely nothing to upset them. Remember, we must be courteous to them. I'm telling you, masterminds. Manoir de bond.
Yeah, it's a collect call. M. Rashad for Miss Geraldine Chaplin. Accept the charges, huh?
Co-shot, you ass, not Rorschach.
He says it's a collect call. Emerald shot from Lausanne.
Roshan, I thought we were negotiating with Mr. Cochon on the previous occasion.
Oh, clever. They're changing their identities to confuse us. Keep them talking.
Miss Chaplin, we have the bank account ready for your deposit, 600,000 francs.
Oh, that's a substantial amount of money. If you could just give us a little bit more time, I miss my dear Papa so much.
Hold on a minute. They want a break on the price.
There's no bartering for the corpse.
I have an idea.
Not now, man. Can't you see we have no more cards to play here? These men are dastardly. May I?
Yes.
God bless you all.
We need to sound imposing to them. That way we'll have the upper hand.
We are
Neo-Nazis.
neo-Nazis seeking...
Retribution.
Right, I got it. We are neo-Nazis seeking retribution for the great dick. Potato!
Oh, he says they're neo-Nazis seeking retribution for Father's film The Great Dictator.
I knew it. I knew the neo-Nazis were involved somehow. We have to get Interpol in on this.
Paul, as thrilling as all this is, I have a thought.
Blast it, man. We're exhausting our every effort here while you play armchair detective.
We know they were calling for Maison because the operator said so. Now, Maison is not long distance, so if they were making a collect call, it had to be from a payphone. Now, how many goddamn payphones are there in Lausanne anyway?
Jean-Felice, Miss Chaplin, if you'll excuse me, I seem to have come to a sudden realization.
Chaplin has a young son named Christopher. Use him as a bargaining piece. They always break when the little ones are involved.
Wouldn't little Christopher like to see his papa back where he belongs?
I fear that little Christopher is not yet aware of the theft. But you, dear sir, have my undivided attention.
We have our undivided attention.
Finally, we have the upper hand in this matter. Okay, this point is crucial. You must be firm, but gentle. It is imperative that we do not upset Miss Chaplin at this juncture.
Listen, bitch, either we get our 600,000 or little Christopher's gonna find himself with both legs shot to pieces and wishing he was laid out like his old man.
You're gonna screw this whole endeavor to hell if you haven't already. Do not continue on this destructive course of action.
But I was firm!
Yes, both Miss Chaplin and I need a new pair of breeches as a result.
I'm here, Cochot. Have some fucking dignity, man.
Let's dance, Miss Chaplin. Francs for your father.
You win, Mr. Cochot. The Chaplin family grudgingly admits it has no other option at this hour.
It is for the best.
Yes, you may, keep the body.
What did she say?
I don't want it. It's of no damn use to me.
Then maybe you know someone who would want your body, then.
Do you want my body?
Fuck you! Give me that phone!
Will that be all, Mr. Cochot?
She wants to know if that's it. Look, you don't seem to understand how this thing works, honey. You give us 600,000 francs, we give you Charlie Chaplin's body. That's the way this thing has always worked. Why do you fail to understand this simple exchange?
I bid 100,000 francs for Charlie Chaplin's body.
500,000 for Sir Charlie Chaplin. The night thing's worth 100,000 alone.
200,000 francs.
For 200,000, I'll let you have the coffin back. Charlie stays with us.
Look, 250,000 francs is the best that I can do.
Oh, shit, Roman. There's a policeman coming this way.
Oh, shit.
What? What's the matter? Why is the bidding stopped?
I have to go. Someone else must use the phone. I think, overall, the negotiations went poorly.
What was your first clue? Being stuck with the stiff or the policeman showing up?
It's your move, darling.
Now, where we're going, we'll be needing money. How much do we have?
I'm afraid it's not much.
You have reason to be afraid. You're a one-armed mechanic whose truck doesn't even work. I'm surprised you had as much as you did.
How could we let that money slip through our fingers? Garage of our own, regular customers, getting our hands dirty together. Every time I think of Charlie Chaplin's body, I think of that garage. Our dream, Ganch. I may not know much, but I'll tell you this. Good luck never lasts.
I'll say. I think they're surrounding the building.
What?
If we could just get out of this building, we could quietly make our way across the Alps. We wouldn't have much, but we'd be safe and happy.
Who the hell do you think we are? The family fucking Von Trapp?
Guess we'll just have to shoot it out. I was looking at a nice spot of land over on Renaud Street, too. Would have been perfect for the garage. Hey, you think we could have had gas pumps? Or...
The hell with your garage! We're gonna die, Roman! I don't care if you're the fucking Michelin Man. You were a lunatic to think that I was going into business with you. You're a one-armed Polish mechanic, for Christ's sake. That's why people like us rob graves! The rest of the world is intelligent enough to know that we are to be looked down upon! Let me tell you what I see when I think of Charlie Chaplin's body. I see a one-armed gimpy mechanic shoveling in a field. I see two people so incompetent that they can't even make change for the ransom call. Hell, when I think of old Charlie Chaplin, I see the world's most successful, destitute, crawl-space living, head up their ass, 300-pound coffin dragging, broken down truck driving, eulogizing the man's pockets I just looted, can't read the ransom note, let's get a sandwich on the way to burying the corpse, body bartering, pissing in a field, fishing off Lake Geneva. Have we lost them yet? One-armed refugee mechanics garage and body snatching business in all of Europe. And had we been in business any longer, we could have added necrophilia to the list. And yes, Roman, we can have gas pumps. One up your ass and one up mine. Have you any matches, you dumb one-armed piece of horse shit?
Wait a minute. You mean you weren't gonna go on the mechanics racket with me?
I was gonna take my francs and go to America. Away from Switzerland. Away from Charlie Chaplin. Away from you. Sit here and shoot it out for all I care. I'm turning myself in and enjoying a short jail sentence. You're the one with the gun. You're the one who made the phone call. And you're the one with Chaplin's property on you.
All this time, you didn't give a shit about me. To hell with me, you're always saying. Well, to hell with you!
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Cochots. We have your place surrounded. Give up on these foolish shenanigans.
Oh, you shot me. Oh, you've outdone yourself, Roman. It's quite an accomplishment from a man who thought chlamydia and fellatio were Shakespeare characters.
But you lied to me.
I was looking out for you, you fool. You just don't know the difference.
Do you think Monsieur Verdot will make bail for us?
Monsieur Verdot. Monsieur Verdot is a Chaplin film. It's one of his characters, for Christ's sakes.
That's another lie.
I'm Monsieur Verdot.
You?
Yes. It was my plan. You never would have set foot in that cemetery. You never would have held the body for ransom had I proposed it.
I never knew you felt this way. Why didn't you tell me? I just didn't want you to end up hurt or dead, Ganch.
For Christ's sake, you just shot me. Since we're on the subject, why did you shoot me?
I didn't want you to leave before.
Before what? Someone else shoots me?
Gancho, I love you.
Did I miss something?
You're the only one who's ever looked out for me, even to the bitter end.
Well, the bitter end's just around the corner. Or have you forgotten the hole in my person?
The day I walked into that garage, your boss wouldn't give me the time of day.
I should have followed his example.
But you, Ganch, you gave me the time of day.
Yeah, well, time's very valuable at this point.
You took me in and provided for me these many months. You feel something, Ganch.
Yeah, I feel nauseated.
Please, say that you love me.
Well, seeing that I don't have many prospects at this late hour, I most certainly do love you too, Roman. Go ahead.
I won't let you face the great dictator alone. How much is a dead comedian worth?
More than you could ever fathom.
Vinny.
You wouldn't happen to have a little, Son of a bitch. All right, let's do this! Drop the gun, Koshak. Put it down.